Okay, we are continuing our study of Daniel chapter 7. We are up to verse 15, and this is where the interpretation of the dream happens. And it starts with, I, Daniel, was troubled in spirit, and the visions that passed through my mind disturbed me. I approached one of those standing there and asked him the meaning of this. Immediately, my mind goes straight to, who's standing there? And there's more than one of them. Who are these beings? Well, these interpreting angels also show up in Ezekiel and Zechariah, and they're very common in Old Testament literature. Then as we continue on in verse 16, it says, so he told me and gave me the interpretation of these things. The four great beasts are four kings that will rise from the earth. And I'm getting this quote from the Cultural Study Bible. When you get to Daniel 2:38, the Babylonian Empire is identified as the first kingdom in that verse. Nebuchadnezzar's experience in chapter 4 is echoed in the description of the first beast. This suggests that the first beast represents the Babylonian Empire. If the little horn in chapters 7 and 8 stands for the same king, then the fourth beast represents the Macedonian Empire of Alexander the Great. However, there is a lot of debate about the identification of the four kings. Verse 18, the holy people of the Most High will receive the kingdom and will possess it forever. Yes, forever and ever. So who are these holy people of the Most High? Well, the Life Application Bible tells us that these are the true Israel, the people ruled by the Messiah. That Jesus Christ will give his kingdom to the new church, Israel, his church, made up of all of faithful believers. His coming ushered in the kingdom of God and all believers with all its citizens. Now, the Aramaic text here introduces the holy ones of the Most High. And in the Old Testament, holy ones nearly always refer to heavenly beings. The only undisputed use of it to refer to humans is in Psalm 34:9. So the term Holy One occurs in the literature written by the sectarians at Qumran and always refers to angels or heavenly beings. So there's a lot of debate here. Do these holy ones refer to human beings who follow Christ, or do they refer to angels? A lot of debate. Only God knows the answer to that. As we continue on, the NIV translates the text as holy people, illustrating the fact that scholars are divided over whether the holy ones of the Most High in the Aramaic text of Daniel refers to heavenly beings or to the Jewish believers. So then as we continue on to verse 19, it says, then I wanted to know the meaning of the fourth beast, which was different from all the others and most terrifying, with its iron teeth and bronze claws, the beast that crushed and devoured its victims and trampled underfoot whatever was left. I also wanted to know about the 10 horns on its head and about the other horn that came up, before which 3 of them fell. The horn that looked more imposing than the others, and that had eyes and a mouth and spoke boastfully. As I watched, this horn was waging war against the holy people and defeating them. Now, interesting, when we go to Revelation 13:7, it says, it was given power to wage war against God's holy people and to conquer them. And it was given authority over every tribe, people, nation, language, and nation. So that little horn was given this authority. As we go into verse 22, until the Ancient of Days came and pronounced judgment in favor of the holy people of the Most High, and the time came when they possessed the kingdom. So this horn wages war against God's people, and it's also described in Revelation as the beast who is given power to wage war. That's Revelation 13:7, which we just read. For a while, the horn's going to conquer God's people, kind of wipe them out. But in reality, those who die for their faith are the ultimate overcomers. They're the ones that are receiving the great rewards. And in the end, the horn will be defeated by the Ancient of Days himself. As we look at this end times prophecy, we've got to remember nothing is outside of God's control. He is still on his throne through all of it. Have a wonderful day. God bless, and keep walking the walk.